Hello everyone, welcome back to Mars Explorer Hub. The year 2026 is not just another date on the space calendar, it is the year that may completely redefine humanity's understanding of Mars, life, and our place in the universe. Until now, Mars has been presented to us as a cold, dead, and silent world. But 2026 stands at the edge of a terrifying possibility. What if Mars is not dead, but dormant? Multiple missions planned around this time, advanced orbiters, AI-powered rovers, and deep subsurface scanners are designed to look beneath the surface, not just for water, but for patterns, anomalies, and signatures that cannot be explained by geology alone. Scientists are no longer asking, was there life on Mars? They are quietly asking, where did it go? Strange radar echoes beneath the polar ice, unnatural symmetry in underground formations, and chemical traces that reset faster than natural decay all suggest something deeply unsettling. Mars in 2026 may force us to confront the idea that an advanced Martian environment once existed and may still exist in a form we cannot yet understand. This is no longer exploration, this is investigation. As 2026 approaches, Mars begins to look less like a planet and more like a crime scene frozen in time. Evidence suggests Mars did not slowly die, it collapsed. Atmospheric loss, sudden magnetic field failure, and massive surface scarring point toward a rapid and catastrophic event. Some researchers believe Mars may have been deliberately altered, stripped of its planetary protection, and left exposed to brutal solar radiation. Others warn that Mars could be a warning left for Earth, a planetary example of what happens when balance is broken, either naturally or artificially. The most disturbing question is this: if Mars once supported complex systems, possibly even intelligent processes, what ended them? And more importantly, could that same fate be waiting for us? By 2026, humans will not just be looking at Mars through cameras, we will be listening, drilling, decoding, and uncovering layers of truth that were never meant to be found. Mars 2026 may not inspire hope, it may inspire fear. Because if Mars tells us its real story, humanity may realize that the red planet is not our future home, but our future mirror. As humanity moves closer to Mars in 2026, something strange begins to happen, not on the planet itself, but within the scientific community. Data starts coming in that cannot be easily explained, and more disturbingly, some of it is never fully released to the public. Communication delays, edited reports, and carefully chosen language hint that Mars is no longer behaving like a predictable dead planet. Instruments detect subsurface heat pockets where none should exist, seasonal chemical reactions that resemble biological cycles, and repeating signals that appear less like natural noise and more like structured patterns. These discoveries force scientists to consider an uncomfortable truth. Mars may still be active, not on the surface, but deep below it, hidden, protected, and waiting. The idea that something on Mars learned how to survive planetary death is no longer science fiction. By 2026, it becomes a scientific debate held behind closed doors. The most unsettling realization of Mars 2026 is not what we find, but what we begin to understand about ourselves. Mars starts to look like a planet that reached a technological or environmental tipping point and crossed it too far. Its oceans vanished, its atmosphere was torn away, and its surface turned hostile. Yet traces of intelligence may still be embedded in its scars. Perfectly aligned underground structures, tunnel-like formations immune to collapse, and material compositions unknown to natural Martian geology raise a terrifying possibility. If Mars once hosted systems designed to endure extinction, then Mars is not just a lost world, it's a record of survival after failure. The question that haunts 2026 is simple but terrifying. Did Mars fail because of nature or because of choices? And if intelligence once existed there, did it escape, adapt, or disappear completely? By the end of 2026, Mars no longer feels far away. It feels personal. Every discovery on the red planet reflects a shadow back onto Earth. our climate instability, our technological dependence, and our fragile planetary balance. Mars becomes a silent teacher, showing us the final outcome of unchecked change. The fear is not that Mars is lifeless. The fear is that Mars was once alive enough to make mistakes. And if humanity ignores the warning written across its red surface, then one day, billions of years from now, another civilization may look at Earth the same way we now look at Mars, silent, broken, and full of unanswered questions. In Part 1, we looked at Mars as a silent world hiding a violent past. But in Part 2, we go deeper, literally and scientifically, because 2026 is the year humanity stops observing Mars from a distance and starts opening it up. New deep drilling technologies and next-generation subsurface scanners are designed to reach places no human instrument has ever touched before. What they reveal is not empty rock, but layered complexity. Regions that appear shielded from radiation, temperature-stable zones, and underground spaces that should not naturally exist on a planet this old and this damaged. Mars is no longer just a surface mystery, it is a planet with secrets buried on purpose. As data from these underground scans begins to arrive, scientists notice something deeply disturbing: consistency. These structures are not random. They repeat at different locations, at similar depths, and with similar geometrical patterns. Nature is chaotic, but what is being detected beneath Mars looks organized. Some formations resemble tunnel networks, others appear as vast hollow chambers capable of maintaining pressure and warmth. Officially, these are called geological anomalies. Unofficially, researchers admit they have never seen anything like this on a lifeless planet. The fear is not that Mars once had life. The fear is that something may have learned how to hide when the planet died. In 2026, Mars also begins to behave in ways that make scientists uncomfortable. Methane spikes appear and disappear too quickly. Thermal readings fluctuate without seasonal explanation. Electromagnetic disturbances interfere with instruments, forcing recalibrations that quietly delay public reports. These are not dramatic events. They are subtle, technical, easy to dismiss, yet together they form a pattern. Mars doesn't feel inactive. It feels restrained, as if whatever remains below the surface is not expanding, not communicating, but simply enduring. The most troubling development of Part 2 is the change in language. Scientists stop using words like ancient and start using words like persistent. Reports no longer say billions of years ago, they say still detectable. The possibility that Mars retained protected environments long after its surface collapsed forces a chilling question. Was Mars designed by nature or by intelligence to survive its own destruction? And if that is true, then what happens when humans finally break through those sealed layers? Part 2 of Mars 2026 ends with an uncomfortable silence, not because Mars gives us answers, but because it refuses to. Every new scan uncovers more complexity, more structure, more resistance to explanation. Mars begins to feel less like a dead planet and more like a closed system, one that endured catastrophe and chose to remain hidden. And as we prepare to go deeper in Part 3, one truth becomes unavoidable. The greatest danger of Mars 2026 may not be what we find beneath the surface, but what we wake up.